We are back on the road to City Hall talking with our Reporters Roundtable, Colby Hamilton, Emily No, Annie Carney, and joining us from Washington, D.C., Michael Scotto. Annie, next week you are looking into the Joe Lhota schedule. What's he up to?
There's a second debate, the second out of 3. He didn't do as well as he was hoping to in the first debate. He had been saying that this was going to be the turnaround, the gap was going to close, and Bill de Blasio beat him up in that debate a little bit. So we'll see if he reacts. That's Tuesday night, so I'm going to be seeing what he's up to leading up to that and covering the debate.
Was anybody surprised that de Blasio kind of came out swinging in that first debate?
I think people were expecting him to play the role of a front runner, which is to sort of, not be proactive, not be, the one on the attack. But, what has he got to lose? I mean, defying expectations just made him look like even more of a guy that you can sort of get behind, someone that doesn't do what is normally thought of in those situations. I think it was a smart move.
Emily, taking a closer look at this second debate, what do both candidates need to do?
I mean, Bill de Blasio has said that he did a great job, keep staying on the offensive, putting Joe Lhota on the defensive, backing Joe Lhota in a corner, and we'll see now if Joe Lhota can fight his way out of that corner. Maybe tout his managerial experience and build tout his resume a little better and just do a little better of representing himself this time around.
But that's not a game changer. That's just to keep your head above water.
It's not a game changer, but if you are going to go down, you're going to want to go down swinging, and you really want people to know you just in case you. This is building sort of your foundation for any possible future runs.
And Colby, we've got some interesting stuff happening up in Albany, or some state-related stuff. The Moreland Commission has sort of changed its rules a little bit, I guess. We've got some ethics talk going on.
Yeah, they're looking to do a little bit more actual work around their mission. Obviously, Governor Cuomo has been criticized and under fire for being accused of, getting his hands inside of this commission and being a little bit more hands-on than he probably should be. So this week, looking at what more will come down from that, what are they going to actually start producing, and looking at the folks that they're looking into. Obviously, the governor is now in their sights, as is the legislature. You got to figure, Shelley Silver is also being looked at by Jacob. So there's a lot of folks that have things that are going to be coming out soon. So
now, there was some talk, or some speculation at least, that all of this might get resolved as a legislative package. In other words, if the work's not done, then when we roll into the next year and we get the State of the State speech, maybe the governor proposes some reform legislation, the legislature takes it through normal channels, and the Moreland Commission starts to fade away in importance.
But if you listen to the Republicans in the Senate, they sound like they have no interest in doing that, and actually are interested in having the normal channels be them as an opposition party, which is something they haven't been for, since he got elected.
Oh, that's right. The normal channels are gridlock, right?
Yeah, normally, agreeing to his position because he's got all the political capital up there. But they look like they might be willing to make a stand on this.
Okay, down in Washington, Michael Scotto, we've got some post-shutdown politics going on, and some legislation that's being talked about.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to get back to legislating next week, taking up some of the issues that have fallen by the wayside. The House is in session. The Senate is on vacation. One of the bills they need to get done before the end of the year is the Farm Bill. That has already expired, and they need to get that done before the end of the year. And also next week, it'll be interesting. The House is going to hold a hearing on the exchanges, the health care exchanges that were set up as part of the Affordable Care Act. The irony of the shutdown is that Republicans wanted to shine a spotlight on the Affordable Care Act and show how it wasn't working, but the shutdown kind of took attention away from that and to the early snafus associated with the health care exchanges. So Republicans next week are going to hold a hearing looking into what went wrong when those health care exchanges, the federal health care exchanges, launched on October 1st.
Is that Darrell Issa, the Investigations and Oversight Committee, that's going to be doing those hearings?
They're going to be looking into what went wrong. They had wanted Kathleen Sebelius to show up and testify. She has said no, so they're looking to see who from the Health and Human Services will come in and testify. But, it's interesting that they wanted to defund the Affordable Care Act, get rid of the Affordable Care Act, and when this started, everyone was focused on the shutdown.
Oh, and one last question, Michael. Is the nomination of Jay Johnson, is there a sense that there's going to be a big fight over that down there?
Not at the moment. It doesn't seem like there is going to be a fight. It seems like he is well liked on both sides of the aisle. So it seems at this point, as is if that nomination process, confirmation process should go by rather smoothly. But I haven't gotten an indication of when there will be hearings and when a vote could be taken on his nomination.
Okay, it's not our place to support candidates in a position like that, but he's a New Yorker, so we're in favor of him. Thanks a whole lot, Michael. I'd like to thank Colby Hamilton, Emily No, Annie Carney, and of course Michael Scotto for joining us. We're going to